Hey, how you guys doing? It's Super here, and here I am with a gameplay. This is actually a ranked gameplay from a while back. It was probably about Bronze 1, Silver 5, not too sure, but it's around that time period. And I'm playing Draven, using SupraaHero Draven, and you can tell that it's kind of old because this was the meta with the barrier, not the heal. But what's it called? Yeah, I kind of blanked out. But today I really want to talk about a huge topic that I kind of think is important, and it's how to win more frequently in. I think I said that wrong too. I don't even know, but how to win ranked more frequently. Not like 100%, but if you kind of follow these rules, you know, you won't really have that hard of a time in winning. Like I said, it's not 100%. Even if you master these I don't know, the skill of whatever I'm gonna be talking about, but hopefully these will help you win more frequently. And so to start off, if you're gonna play ranked, you gotta settle yourself. Like, you gotta calm down. You know, you can't really be angry, or you can't have like adrenaline rushing, because that will sometimes throw you off, and your thinking will be, you know, like disoriented. And so you gotta just kind of calm down at first, and then after that, decide whether you're gonna solo or duo. Right? Honestly, in my opinion, I prefer to solo because I don't have to really rely on my dual partner. So, like, I just play solo because I just have to worry about myself, and if I do something wrong, I'm not gonna blame my partner because it was my fault. Alright? So usually when you're playing with a friend or something, you know, you kind of blame them and you don't blame yourself, and so sometimes not blaming yourself will cause you to lose because you don't really see your own problem. You know, you won't be able to fix your own problem. But if you are going to duo, do not duo with someone that's a higher skill level than you. So, like, if you're Bronze 1, don't duo with someone that's Silver. Or, I mean, not Silver. Don't pair up with someone that's Gold 5 or Gold 3, you know? Because the skill level is going to be so different. You know, you're going to have an elo of probably 960 when the Gold 5 to 3 person has like an elo of 1600 or 1500. And the play level is going to be completely different. You know, your CS will be so off. Even though you have a partner that's that high level, you know, you won't be able to handle the lane yourself. Alright, so you might end up feeding, you might be under leveled, under gold, and so that's a huge problem. Alright, so in my opinion, solo is going the best way. But if you are going to duo with someone with your skill level, like I said, and you can also ask if you have a friend that's like gold 3, if they have a Smurf account that's probably your skill level. So if he's gold 3, he probably has a Smurf that's bronze 1, you know, he could play that account so that you can he can carry you. But like I said, in my opinion, it's way better if you just play solo, because learning like by yourself, like what to do in specific situations, how to CS better, you know, it kind of teaches you a lot. Coming from Bronze 3 when I first started last season, and now I'm Silver 3, you know, it's a hard climb to get out of Bronze, but I still managed to make it, and I learned a lot of things from playing a lot of solo queue. You know, I didn't really play that many duo queues, and if I did, I played with people that were higher skill level than me, and so that's kind of how I learned not to play with someone that's a higher skill level than you, because you really won't be able to handle the lane. And so that's a problem that I faced. And so, like I said, playing solo will really teach you a lot of different things, different techniques, mechanics, and stuff like that. So once you're done with deciding whether you're gonna solo or duo, then comes Champion Select, and Champion Select is where a lot of problems begin to, like, they just start, right? Mainly because of people taking the roles of one another. And so the way to fix this is know at least 3 champions in every role, because this will help a lot in Champion Select. And so what I mean is, you, like, not just to have them in your champion pool, but actually know how to use the champion. So let's say you have Hecarim in your champion pool and you're stuck jungling, like that's your last pick, and they're like, oh, you know, you gotta go jungle. You really want to know how to use, in this example, Hecarim. You really want to know how to use Hecarim, know what to build on him, what his abilities do, how they work, and stuff like that, not just to have them, because then you're going to end up first timing, and that's really going to screw up you and your team, and you really don't want that in a ranked game. And so, really know how to use them. So, a lot of the times, support is actually a role that's kinda, I don't know what to say, but it's not really used that much, and so a lot of people don't like that role. Like, if you see a lot of the times, they're like, oh man, I'm stuck going support again. You know, you should, even if you don't like the role, you should at least know how to play them, because if you're that one person that knows how to play, you could actually carry the team. You could actually help your carry get fed, you can help someone else get fed, or you could be the fed one and you could be doing well, you know? So, in my opinion, it's best if you know at least 3 in every role. And the reason I say 3 is because, let's say if you only know how to play 1 in every role, right? If you don't know how to play 1 in every role, and this has happened to me, because Blitzcrank was my only support one time, and Blitzcrank in Bronze Elo would always get banned for some reason, or it would always get taken before I could take it. And I main ADC, so it was my only support, because all I played was ADC or mid-top jungle. Didn't play support at all until one day I bought Blitzcrank, and Blitzcrank was my only good support, alright? And so sometimes it would get banned or it would get taken, and so after that I'm like, what the hell do I do now? Well, what the hell do I do now? Who do I use as support? And so I would have to go Teemo support, Ashe support, Nidalee support, and Ashe support would have to be the only best second option. You know, but you don't want to be that guy to use Ashe support. The other game's really bad. I didn't do well, I lost on them. So you really want to get more champions. And if you have 2 in every role, one could either be banned and the other one could be taken, both in the same game, and so that could definitely screw you over. So you really want to watch out for that. So that's why I say 3, because whether if one is taken and the other one is banned, you know, you still have choices. So that's why it's best if you learn how to play 3 in every role, right? So then that's just something to prep yourself for Champion Select, alright? Now, once you're in Champion Select, try to get your best role and play your best or favorite champion, alright? Because when you're having fun in a league game, you know, you kind of tend to do better. You're not really mad, and you're, like I said in the beginning, you're not going to be worrying too much. Your thinking will be better than if you're mad. So you really want to play your best and favorite champion. You want to play someone that's comfortable with, and that's why I say know at least 3 in every role. And when I say no, it means be comfortable with that champion. Alright, so try to get your best and favorite role. Sometimes it won't always happen, you know, there are going to be some douchebags that are like, no, you're not going to get it, whatever. I'm not a douchebag when people are like, let's say I'm first pick, and they're like, oh, ADC Prev, and they're like, oh, I'm in my series and I really want to go ADC because I feel comfortable with ADC. You know, like, I'm not a douchebag, I'm not going to be like, no, and then lock in. You know, I actually give them the chance. And so I hope that you guys do that too, but you don't have to do that. But some people might do that to you, and if that does happen, that's okay. You know, that's why, like I said, know at least 3 in every role. Alright. Next one that I have is don't fight for roles. You know, no matter what happens, really don't fight, because fighting will cause you to lose. Alright, your team is going to be toxic against you, or your whole team might be toxic, and you're going to end up losing. Once you start yourself in champion select, you're pretty much starting the game. Alright, so once you're in game, do not fight at all, you know. Because like I said, fighting will cause your teammates to go against you, and they're gonna be those douchebags that, let's say you fight with a Master Yi that's on your team, they're gonna be like, oh, no ganks for you because you're a douchebag, whatever. You know, there are some stupid people out there, I'm not gonna lie, no offense, but some people are just ridiculous, and I think it's so stupid what they do and why they even think that. And so for those people like that, if you do have someone that's like that in your team, ignore them, really, because there's really no point in typing a lot and just you know, annoying them and talking back to them, because one, that's a huge distraction for you, because you're gonna be walking and typing, and so you might not even pay attention that you're probably walking into a team fight and you're gonna end up getting killed, or you might be just standing still. I know I have a friend, actually he's in a couple of my videos, Frank, Kalidad Life. He, when he gets butthurt, like, he gets butthurt. He just stands there, like he's standing by base typing out a paragraph to us because we didn't do something. And you know that you don't want to be that guy at all, because that could fuck up your team. You know, your whole team is in a team fight and you're the only one like in base typing out a huge paragraph for no reason. You know, you really want to just ignore fights. You know, even if you have to mute them, you know, you really gotta do that. And so same thing applies if there's someone on the enemy team that's being annoying to you. You know, constant like calling out like, oh man, you just got wrecked, deleted, and stuff like that. Sometimes they're just kind of doing that because they're too confident, right? So you really want to be careful with that, and like I said, not report them, mute them so that you don't get distracted. Alright, next up is think analytically. And so what I mean by that is think reasonably. Like, if there's let's say there's 4 people mid, you know, you're not gonna go solo in head on and expect to win. You know, you really gotta think smart. All right, if you're in a team fight, you should know that you should target the ADC. Now that Braum is out, a lot of people have been focusing Braum in team fights or whatever. You know, you really want to think about not only the ADC, but the one that does the most damage. Because after you kill the one with the most damage, their team is kind of useless, right? And so you really want to think reasonably. Like, let's say you just aced. You know, sometimes I find this problem a lot of times in my games. I'm playing and we ace and we don't push any objectives. You know, like, even if it's Dragon or Baron, you know, you want to think, you know, should we push the turret or should we go for Baron? Which one's more reasonable? In that case, you know, if you could score another ace, then that's kind of up to you. But if you could score another ace, in my opinion, I would go for Baron first. And then, what's it called? And then push on the second ace, because you'll have that damage advantage, and I honestly think that's way better. So you know, you really got to think reasonably. Always think about objectives, because a lot of the times people just go for kills when really in ranked it doesn't matter about kills. It doesn't even matter about your deaths. It honestly matters about objectives. You know, as long as you win, you win. So that's why sometimes I don't even care if people KS me, because I really just want to win. So like I said, think reasonably, don't fight. And next one is CS no matter what. A lot of the times people kind of just go for kills and objectives alone, when really you should be going for objectives and CS, because CS, even if you're not gonna get kills, CS is kind of your kills, alright? They're minion kills. So minions give you quite a lot of GP for killing them. And a lot of people don't even realize it. And when you first start off, you kind of don't even think about it either. You kind of just want to kill people and just win. But CS is really huge, especially for actually everyone. I would have to say it's really important. What's it called? So even if you're losing your lane, let's say you're like underfed, you're like 0-5, and the other ADC, this is for an ADC scenario, you're 0-5, and the other ADC is like 6-2. Like, you should really just be conscious about CSing, no matter where it is, and kind of all the time. Like, if there's bot lane, a bunch of farm, you know, you want to take that farm and stuff like that, because it will help. Farm gives you so much money. You know, you could actually potentially catch up with a fed ADC. Not really that much, but you'll actually eventually catch up, because it gives you quite a lot of money, and if you farm really well, alright? So something that I see a lot of the times too is some people don't last it, you know, like in this video I don't last hit that much because I didn't really know how to CS that much. So you kind of just at least want to get the gold, alright? Find the way to get the gold. Don't use abilities. Some people use a lot of abilities in lane to get CS. You know, you really don't want to use that. Just last hit with your basic and you'll be fine. For me, this is my strategy that I do. I don't know if other people do it too, but I would have to say this is something that I made up because I just thought about it one day. And so what it is the 15-minute rule, alright? And so what it is for every 15 minutes you should have at least 100. So that's the rule, right? And so that's kind of your goal, or something that you want to keep in mind when you are playing, that you should always have 100 for every 15 minutes. So by 15 you should have 100, by 30 you should have 200, 45 you have 300, etc. And what else? If you actually see the pros play, like if you actually see LCS and all that, and if they're in like if they're in a winning advantage, they actually have about like 100 in minute 10, and so that's actually pretty crazy. I don't know how they do it, but I think the 15-minute rule is really easy. It's not that hard. So you kind of want to have CS in your mind, right? But don't be that one ADC that puts farm over everything. Like, yeah, farm is important, but if your support is going in for a kill, don't just stand there, because I see a lot of people that do that. Sometimes when I play support, they'll be farming while I'm going in, and I risk my life for them, and so it's stupid. But yeah, so CS over a lot of things, but you always want to follow up on your teammates if they're going in for a kill. You know, you don't want to just be that bastard that just CS's for nothing. Alright, and next up is, I would have to say, pings. Pings actually help a lot. They are probably the best way to communicate with your team, especially if you mute your whole team. What's it called? Because a lot of the times I kind of mute my whole team, because sometimes they're annoying. And pings are the only way to communicate if you mute your whole team. But they also help. You know, they help out a lot. It saves a lot of time instead of just typing out everything. And so that's why I think pings are super essential. When I play, you probably see me ping a lot of times, and that's because a lot of the times people don't even realize when you ping Like, he could be pinging that they're missing, and they won't even look at it, and they'll probably be like, oh, where's the Mias, you know? You know, that's just them with no map awareness, but I just ping it because all you hear is that little that ping sound, and it's really annoying. And it does help a lot if they realize it, because you'll help them out. You'll make them realize that someone's missing in their lane or in the other lane, whatever. And so it also tells you whether to go in or not. And another thing about going in or not is wards. A lot of times people don't ward no matter what the lane is. People usually think that wards are just for supports, and that's actually a lie. Wards are for everyone. In my opinion, not because I'm an ADC, but because I think it's true. I don't think wards are for ADCs, because ADCs have to buy a ton of items that are kind of costly, and wards actually are pretty expensive. They're 70, I believe, and if you buy like 3, that actually takes up a lot of money. But if you're a top laner or mid laner and you keep getting ganked from the jungler, you know, you should really get ganked. I mean, you should really get wards, because that will definitely help out. You know, it'll help the team out too. Like, it'll let the team know where the jungler is. So let's say if they're getting ganked top and they're like in the bush and you see them in the bush, you know, you could either ping like the jungler's there, and so that would actually give a chance for bot to go in, because if they see that the jungler's top, or like in the river, like if you put them in the river, you see the jungler roaming around in the river or in the camp, you could ward around there, and so it'll give the advantage to either lane. Like, oh, I know that the jungler's over there, now's my chance to go in, or it could also be now's my chance to go back, because they're probably gonna initiate on me or something like that. So really want to have wards. Definitely support though. Not saying that it's only for supports, but definitely support should have them. I think every support should have Sightstone. It's only 800 GP. I don't see why not. And that's it for wards. And the last thing is working as a team. This kind of sums up everything. Working as a team will help you win almost everything. Sometimes if you see like 4v5s, you know, you're playing a 4v5 and you somehow end up winning, and you're like, how the hell did we win, right? It's because, one, you guys work together, and two, the other team kind of lowered their expectations. You know, usually in a 4v5 scenario, or in a losing in a winning scenario, like if the enemy team is winning, they wouldn't really expect much from the team, and so that's kind of why you win a lot of the times if you're losing. So like right here is a perfect example of teamwork. Everyone tried to keep me alive, and they did a really good job on it. And so you really want to do that with your team. You know, keep your ADC alive, or keep the one that does the most damage alive. Feed your ADC, or feed the mid laner. You know, you really want to help out. And so if you work together, you could win the game, no matter what the case is. Now, I'm not saying like if you're in a 2v5 scenario and you work together, possibly you could win. But I highly doubt it. But you might have a better chance than if you guys are toxic and you're like, oh man, we lost, come on, like hurry up, just end the game. You know, actually try. You know, when I play, I never surrender unless I'm losing terribly bad. Terribly bad. What am I saying, man? Terribly bad. Oh wow. Okay, terribly bad. Right. So like, let's say it's minute 17 and my mid is all the way pushed. We're losing 5 to 43. You know, that's a scenario where I'd surrender at 20, because there's kind of no way to win. But you really don't want to give up at all. Work together. Like I said, think analytically. because if you think about how the game is going so far, you could actually win. And so working together and thinking analytically is a huge key. You know, that'll definitely help you. And so that really helps. So hold on. I have no idea what I was saying. Now that I'm back, it's been like an hour. But just to kind of sum up everything, the video is about to end. So decide whether you're gonna solo or duo. During your champion select, don't fight. Know at least 3 in every role. And once you're in champion select, try to get your best role and play your best or favorite champion. And then once you're in game, do not fight. Think analytically or think reasonably. CS no matter what. And then work as a team. Alright, so also warding is really essential. And so then that's pretty much all I have written. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my phone vibrating. That's pretty much it for how to win ranked more frequently. And I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I hope it really does help you win more games frequently, because it really does help me quite a lot. I'm Silver 3 right now, and my goal for Season 4 right now is Plat 5. So hopefully I can achieve Platinum 5. And so I'm going to be using this strategy, and hope it works. Tell me what you guys think about it. Tell me whether it worked or not, and if it did, then that's cool. So let me know what you guys think, and I'm tuning out. Deuces.
적을 처치했습니다. Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up. First shot, hip strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, nope, y'all can't.